Zohran Mamdani and Donald Trump going from political enemies to a full-on bromance? Yeah, that was on nobody's 2025 bingo card. But here we are.
I think you're going to have, hopefully, a really great mayor.
So let's walk through what actually happened, because this first meeting between President Trump and incoming NYC Mayor Zohran Mamdani had people staring at their screens like, is this real life? It all went down at the White House on November 21st. And despite months of them dragging each other in interviews, speeches, and on social media, the vibe was surprisingly friendly. Trump, who once labeled Mamdani a 100% communist lunatic and a total nutjob, suddenly couldn't stop praising him. Meanwhile, Mamdani, who had previously called Trump's administration authoritarian and Trump a despot, stood beside him in the Oval Office like they were longtime colleagues working on a group project.
And I've been called much worse than a despot, so it's not that insulting.
Trump even admitted he was surprised by how well the meeting went and said Mamdani might surprise some conservative people. And then they dove into topics both of them care about politically: housing, inflation, grocery prices, utilities, the issues that voters are most concerned about. Mamdani ran on affordability, Trump ran on affordability, so naturally they found common ground there.
And we talked about some things in very strong common, like housing and getting housing built, and food and prices. And
at one point, Trump practically played hype man. We're going to be helping him, he said, promising support in creating a strong and very safe New York.
Would you feel comfortable living in New York City under a Mamdani administration?
Yeah, I would. I really would. Especially after the meeting. Absolutely.
And Mamdani responded with something pretty thoughtful, talking about how much he appreciated that the meeting wasn't about rehashing disagreements, but about finding shared purpose.
And I appreciated the time with the president. I appreciated the conversation. I look forward to working together to deliver that affordability for New Yorkers.
Honestly, for a second, it looked like they were gearing up for an unlikely political partnership. But here's where things got theatrical. Reporters pressed Mamdani on everything from Trump's past deportation raids to whether Mamdani still thought Trump had authoritarian tendencies. And Trump, yes, Trump, kept stepping in to defend him. When someone questioned Mamdani's choice of transportation and why he didn't pick a more eco-friendly option, Trump quickly intervened.
I mean, he's working very hard. For him to be, that's a very long drive. I'll stick up for you. You know, the plane takes you 30 minutes and driving takes you a long time.
And then came the moment. A journalist asked Mamdani if he still believed Trump had fascistic tendencies.
Are you affirming that you think President Trump is a fascist?
I've spoken about...
That's okay, you can just say yes.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's easier. It's easier than explaining it. I don't mind.
So, let's get this straight. Mamdani basically called Trump a fascist to his face with Trump's full permission. Tell me that didn't feel like a scene from a very strange political sitcom. Of course, the takes online were instant and spicy. Some users argued that Mamdani was playing 4D chess, flattering Trump's ego to keep him cooperative for New Yorkers' sake. One commenter summed it up perfectly: be chill in his face so you can get him to leave you alone. Others thought Trump seemed oddly charmed by Mamdani, pointing out that Mamdani is young, charismatic, and just pulled off a major upset victory. It makes sense Trump would gravitate towards someone with that kind of momentum. But don't mistake this for the start of a bromance. Even before the meeting, Trump told Fox News Radio he expected things to be civil, and even complimented Mamdani's political run, which, for Trump, is rare.
And we're going to be helping him to make everybody's dream come true, having a strong and very safe New York. And congratulations, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. President.
And after the meeting, Mamdani didn't budge on his previous views.
Do you think that President Trump is a fascist?
And after President Trump said that, I said yes. And
so you do?
And that's something that I've said in the past, I say it today. And I think what I appreciated about the conversation that I had with the president was that we were not shy about the places of disagreement, about the politics that has brought us to this moment. And we also wanted to focus on what it could look like to deliver on a shared analysis of an affordability crisis for New Yorkers.
Still, it's impressive that despite their differences, Trump and Mamdani remain civil and focused on common goals, something you don't see much these days in politics. Zohran was born in Kampala, Uganda, 5 years after his father, Mahmoud Mamdani, had returned home from exile. Mahmoud, one of Africa's most respected political thinkers, had been expelled from Uganda back in 1972 by dictator Idi Amin because of his Indian ethnicity. Later, in 1984, the government of Milton Obote went so far as to revoke his citizenship altogether, after he spoke out against their policies. Stateless but unshaken, Mahmoud eventually returned in 1986, determined to rebuild. Zohran's mother, meanwhile, is none other than Mira Nair, the award-winning filmmaker behind Monsoon Wedding and Mississippi Masala. Yes, that Mira Nair, the one who made Denzel Washington swoon on screen long before he was people's sexiest man alive.
Filmmaking is a disease and you have to be sick, and I'm super sick. Yeah.
Together, they're a powerhouse pair. Both Harvard graduates, both global voices, both deeply committed to art and activism. Mahmoud currently teaches at Columbia University. So it's no surprise their son grew up steeped in conversations about justice, politics, and storytelling. Sometimes all at once. After living in Uganda, the family moved to South Africa when Zohran was 5, and then to New York when he was 7. By the time he hit high school, he was already fluent in crossing worlds, cultural, political, and literal. He graduated from the Bronx High School of Science and went on to earn a degree in Africana Studies from Bowdoin College in Maine. Before politics, Zohran worked as a housing counselor, fighting evictions across New York City. He's described that time as transformative, the point where his ideals met reality. But here's the twist. He also had a creative side. For a while, Zohran was producing hip-hop music under the name Mr. Cardamom, blending his mother's artistic influence with the grit of city life.
Chop it up.
Over the past year, Mira has even taken a break from filmmaking to support her son's run, cooking biryani and chicken for campaign volunteers. His father, now 79, says with a smile, "We hadn't bargained for being parents of a prospective mayor." Yep, Zohran is married, and his wife, Rama Duwaji, is a Syrian artist with an impressive creative background.
And I must thank my incredible wife.
Now, you wouldn't know it from his campaign. Zohran was laser-focused, barely a word about his personal life.
We have to earn support.
So when Rama made her first major appearance on election night standing by his side, people were curious. Who is she? Well, turns out Rama is a talented Syrian artist who works in illustration and animation. Her work has been featured in The Washington Post, The New Yorker, and she's even created posters for events across the city. Basically, she's the kind of person who says more through her art than any press conference ever could. And honestly, good for her. So how did these two meet? Not through politics and not at some gallery opening either. They actually met on Hinge. That's right, the same dating app you've probably deleted and reinstalled a dozen times.
I met my wife on Hinge, so there is still hope in those dating apps.
Hinge PR team, you paying attention? And yes, they're already married. Zohran shared in an interview that they tied the knot in a civil ceremony earlier this year at the city clerk's office. But before that, they had a celebration in Dubai with Rama's family. Photos from the event show a joyful gathering, and despite what some online critics claimed, the venue wasn't exactly over the top. According to reports, ceremonies there cost about $72 per guest. So, basically the same as dinner and drinks in Manhattan. Still, once the relationship came to light, trolls started circling. They accused Mamdani of hiding his wife and criticized Rama for supporting the pro-Palestine movement through her art. Some even tried to frame their Dubai celebration as some sort of scandal, but Mamdani wasn't having it. He posted photos from their civil ceremony on Instagram and addressed the situation head-on. He wrote, "3 months ago, I married the love of my life, Rama. Now, right-wing trolls are trying to make this race, which should be about you, about her." And he kept going. Rama isn't just my wife, she's an incredible artist who deserves to be known on her own terms. You can critique my views, but not my family. A clear and powerful response.
We have to stand up and fight back.
While Rama has mostly stayed quiet throughout all this, she did post a sweet election day message. It was a photo carousel, some adorable photo booth pics from an Eid celebration, a classic "I voted" sticker selfie, and even a childhood snap of Zohran that honestly belongs in a campaign ad. Her caption? Couldn't possibly be prouder. Aw, how cute is that?